Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. It's our time again. Maricel and Riya here. We want to talk about how to be authentic self. Then why is important to be authentic self? It's the blueprint to our be more joyful, more fulfilling in life when you live with you true who you are. So today we will be talking about another topic is self-acceptance. Last week, we talked about self-awareness. Marcia, would you like to refresh a little bit? What is self-awareness? Last week we talked about it. Just few sentences.
Thank you, Ria. Yes, we talk about self-awareness. It's the ability to become aware of all your wants and needs, and not just in your body, but also in your mind, emotions, and spirit.
Okay, yes. So after you have self-awareness, that is just one part of be authentic self. We talk about there was six part. Today we'll talk about self-acceptance. I think everybody understand what mean acceptance, right? But when you come to yourself, when you start to make mistake or something happens, then you start criticizing yourself. How do you can come out from that criticizing space to move on instead of that negative emotions stored in your body, in your mind, and keep running in that time?
Yeah, it sounds easy because when you say self-acceptance, you think, okay, I'll just accept myself. But it's not very easy. And the reason is because we have judgment. We have a rhythm of judging since we're little, good, bad, black, white, this, that. So when your mind gets into that mode and you think about self acceptance, of course, you're going to be judging yourself. So we have to practice the skill of non judge when we look at ourselves. And that's opening the space for our mindset and the way we approach acceptance to who we are, to who we were in the past, and hopefully the version that we want to become in the future.
Yeah, why is self acceptance is so important, and how we can practice more so be self acceptance. It's not say okay, we made a mistake, we don't take responsibility. Say okay, I made a mistake. It's not my fault. I think here where we talk about it's not like that. It's how to release your criticism. You accept that yes, I make the mistake. You accept when something going on, you feel so stressed out. You accept, yes, I stress out, but what is next? How do I come out from this stress situation to have a better solution? It's not focus something is already happened. It's focus what is next solution.
Yeah, it is very important because acceptance is the key to changes. So if you want your life to improve, if you want to grow, you will have to change. And if you need good changes in your life, you need to accept first what is there, right? And without judging, with forgiving, with an attitude of, being gentle, kind to yourself, accept what happened, forgiving the mistakes. And then once that is done, move forward to welcome the changes.
I would like to share a story that's think about acceptance of story back to my mind. Remember, it was few years ago, I was in India, in a small village. In the small village, they don't have the credit card. They don't use much credit card. So I brought all my cashes. Then with me, I was thinking the cash I was planned for months stay there. So I went to a class. That class was from all over the world, people together. We're learning more sound healings. We're learning more different spiritual awakenings. I was sad, the people in here, all of, think about how be loving spiritual. So when every day we go to the lunch, so I will be put the bag in there, then go out to the lunch. Then Then I think it's second day or third day, a girl was talking about, oh my gosh, someone stealing my money for $200. So then I was suddenly realized I have dollars in cash in my bag. I leave it there. Then I go look at my bag. Of course, the money is not there. The money is gone. Guess what? The first the sentence come to my mind. I get the panic. First the one come to my mind is criticizing myself. So, oh my gosh, how stupid you are. Why you had know that I have the cash, you still put them there. So that is you amongst the budget in here. Now you done. What do you do? So that's first the criticism to you to myself, and my whole body gets started, intensive, the stress, the little freaking out in there.
Right.
But quickly, I realize I'm criticizing myself. So after that class, of course, that class was not really, really peaceful for me. So after that class, I go back to my room, my house, the place I rented place, because I couldn't put the money in that place. Also because that kind of like uh, place in some place they don't have any lockers in there. That day, I still remember was full moon. I was sitting under the full moon, start my meditation. Okay, I tell myself, all right, since it's already happened, the money is gone. So I should just forgive myself. Don't criticize myself. Since happens, I don't want to be, but already happened. That's number one. Forgive myself. Accept it. The money is gone. That second one, I tell myself, forgive the people who take my money. The people maybe use something for good. That third time, I just focus on my learning, breathing exercise, connect with my spirit, with that whole hour meditation. I really found little panic to become with a lot of compassion and with a lot of forgiveness. That even in that, I find the peace. And I see really clear, okay, next step, what I should do. I was planning to go to some place, then use that money. I changing a little bit different place, don't have to use that much money. Come out that place exactly as should to be. And also from another one, I started call my daughter. Number one, since I called my daughter, I said, okay. I tell my daughter I lost the money. Then I called another. I posted on the Facebook. I think I suddenly got a lot people send the like, oh, how are you? Do you need help? Do you need help? Then even my friends said, do you need help? So then people started donate money to me.
Oh,
My daughter yes start money, and also one thing I tell my brother, not my brother in the past for 40 years. I always help my brother, but I never ask my brother any pennies. I always feel guilty to take money from him because if I make money more than him. But this time, when I tell him, his number one thing said, oh, sister, do you need money? I send money to you.
oh,
So they all end up after that in 3 days after my money be stolen, I received more money than be stolen.
wow. Oh, that's a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing. You remind me like that movie, It's a Wonderful Life. No man is poor when you have friends, when you have people who love you and support you.
Yes, that was recognizing. I think about that memories, that sharing this story in here. We all make mistakes sometimes. Sometimes mistake maybe we not expect. We didn't know that things happen, but when things happen, a lot of time people stay there to regret. Right? Why I should do this? You focus your energy to criticizing yourself, or you blind, you start to say, these terrible people stealing my money. You focus your own energy in that. already happened situation.
Yeah.
There, when your whole body, we said, when your emotional go up, your wisdom go down, your whole body tense up, your whole stress level go up. You cannot see what is next clear vision. What do you want to do?
Exactly. Thank you for sharing that. Super clear. Peace. You have to, sometimes in the moment, you feel like it's impossible to be at peace with what just happened. But when you think in the word yet, it's like gives you hope to say, this is part of something complex that I don't know yet. But if you keep your positive attitude, your optimism, you will understand later that maybe something happened to you, or you had to go through something like that in order to allow something better in the future, to attract more uh, positive outcomes. Or, like you said, maybe those people needed the money really bad, way, way more than you, and they're using for a good cause. Of course, you're not excusing the fact that they stole the money, right? That is,
Yes, absolutely. Of course, stalling is not a good way.
yeah,
But who's stalling my money? I don't know, right? That I cannot find that or that person. But what I do with my life. So when things happen to you, what do you do after that is most important part.
right. Because you disconnect instead of judging those people or what they did. You basically hope for them for the best, disconnect from that negativity, focus on you, on yourself. Thank you
We
so
talk
much.
about the forgiveness. Really, it's number one, you forgive yourself, then be accepted since it's already happened. So, Maricel, that is what we talk about. How to be authentic self is part of acceptance. When you start acceptance, things happen. When you have a clear mind, when you forgive yourself, forgive others, your heart bring more love. When the love inside your heart, even the universe will come to you. So all of that energy attract to who's real you people, who's real you traps, who's really care about you. Then that love is just around you. You will be get more than that. We talk about the manifesting, right? That how do you manifest in many ways in your health, in your financials, in your relationship, that's we talk about it is because I get excited, I keep saying that's how we talk about it.
Yeah, it's a very, fascinating topic in our journey to become more authentic, or actually to discover our authenticity inside us. We have to go through steps. And what Ria and I discovered through many conversations is that we need to kind of clear our vision first before we find our true authentic self. In one step, we talk about it was self-awareness. Now we're talking about self acceptance. So every time we talk, we basically uncover our life, our situation, our mindset, so that it's easier for us to become more authentic.
Yeah. So we talk about if you don't aware things happening, then you easily go trapped in that circle of the negative energy. When you start aware, then take actions. What is the action? Number one action is acceptance.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes. So, Marcia, would you like to share a little bit, a few steps about how to be more acceptance? I think we have a few tips of that. Would you like to share some?
Sure.
Mm,
Well,
right.
one that comes to my mind has to do with the past. Sometimes we are kind of struggling to move, right? Even in our physical body, we feel tension, we feel constraint, we feel that it's hard to move because unconsciously we keep issues, we keep situations in the past that are not allowing us to be free to move forward. So I would say one very simple technique to grow in self acceptance is to forgive yourself for everything that happened. Make the choice because it's an active process. It's not something that you take for granted. You have to repeat again and again, every day. I forgive myself for everything I've done in the past that I'm not proud of or that I was wrong with, whatever. And when you make peace with that, when you forgive yourself, that energy, like you just shared, will make you free. And all that energy mode of your uh, being, you will be able to change your life and move forward. And
Yeah,
stop.
I love that. And then from another ways, as we talk about the another sense is be kind of yourself. Be just like they say, when things happens, you start criticizing yourself, right? I bet. Have you ever criticized yourself, Maricel? Everybody.
I'm all about the self stuff right now. So this is something new. It's been 3 months now, every
Yeah.
day, self talk positive. And I am catching myself when I have a criticism, when I do something when I didn't go my way, and I am almost, you know, uh, doing my judgment. I stop, I interrupt that train of thoughts, and I'm like, no, 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 no. I forgive myself. There was an accident. I allow myself to have an accident, and they create automatically a self talk saying, next time it's gonna be better.
Yes, absolutely. That is just be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Also, you start with positive affirmation.
Mhm.
That you talk about, you cut off yourself. Your self-talk is self-positive affirmation. You say, I'm good. Yeah, I made this mistake. I'm learned from my mistake. Next time I wouldn't do that anymore. I will be do that again. It's just like I shared that story. Number one thing I tell myself, okay, why how stupid you are, why you don't careful, why you something, you can on and on keep criticizing yourself. But then changing to another sense, say, I'm good. Oh, I'm good. I forgive other people. I forgive myself. Since already happened. What is next? So knowledge about your feelings is another one. It's really important one.
Yeah, yeah. And being kind to yourself doesn't mean you don't need anything outside you. It's just your dialogue that imagine you have a little coach, a little version of you on your head, cheering for you, supporting you, and giving you all those kind words that you need. And that will make you uh, nurture from inside. And that will make you free from other people's need. We live in connection, in communication, in communities. But the self dialogue, the self talk, the way you talk to yourself is yours and it's your property, and no one can get there. So it's
Yeah.
you start having that relationship with that imagining little version of you cheering for you, being your best fan, your number one fan, and
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Recognizing yourself, you are not perfect. Then accept your past since already happened. Focus for now and what is next. Then be kind to yourself. Then to be positive practice, positive affirmation. All of this is include self acceptance. So Maricel and I, we created these courses in the 6 weeks courses will be help you then teaching you if you join us. So to practice each step, what is the affirmation you should say? What is the feelings? How do you knowledge about the feeling in which part of your body you hold it out? We're so excited with this topic. And next week we'll be talking about more. What is our next week? The topic is that, Maricel. I should do like we said, we come to here. So we want, next week we will be talking about self-responsibility. So every Thursday at noon, Pacific time, we both in California, so Pacific time at noon, we'll be having live here, talk about 6 steps of how to be authentic self. From that, to achieve more truthful, more fulfilling life with your better vision. Thank you, everybody. We will be see you next Thursday. Yes.
thank you.